Hello, welcome back GTA community. GloomOrDoom with another video. This video will be a tour of the finished projects I have created using Beff. The last video you saw the setup, but those were also the donors I used to create these. No magic slot on this account. I just passed everything over via gift card a friend. So, let's get it started. I'll try to be quick. I just want to point these two out off the bat because these are the pink Fudos you saw in the last video. The magic texture slot I used for my first Beff, and the two-tone magic slot I used for my second Beff. These are both the same RGB, both the same texture, just a two-tone was added to the second one. You'll see a few other pairs as we go where I left a solid tone and put it on a car. I don't have to. I don't like wasting good colors when I see them, so I'll occasionally make two. A little different between the two, right? So let's go ahead and start. This is a DMO RGB from Save Editor. It's slapped on top of a worn black. Interior added, car to car merged onto the Kuruma, your average DMO. I like that two-tone so much. I used it on quite a few things. You'll see that here on this next one. This is Social Club RGB, flipped to Epsilon texture, and two-tone added. These three Vigilantes are texture flipped. On these first two, I had to do the Beff for the wheel and pearl extra. This white one here was one less Beff than those two. Again, Social Club RGB, texture flipped, all 100% unchecked. This is a DMO Save Editor RGB. It's got like maybe 5 to 10 value on the red. It's not a true black, but this is a 5-tone red, each red being different. Looks pretty good, maybe on a better car. This is a recycled RGB from DMO Save Editor. I had it laying around in my RGB set, and I just added a new texture of matte and a two-tone. So matte RGB, Save Editor RGB, texture flip to matte, and then two-tone added. All right, next. Okay. This is kind of an example of another pair. These are the same RGB, just different textures. I like the color. I didn't want to put it to waste, so I did a couple combos with it. Two different textures, two different secondaries. Same RGB. This one, and it's Social Club. This one was texture flip to brush steel. That one, matte. Social Club RGB flip to matte. Social Club RGB flip to brush steel, secondary added. Social Club RGB texture flip to worn possibly, second tone added. Social Club RGB flip to matte, secondary added. Social Club RGB texture flip to matte. And you'll see somewhat of a gloss on this, even though it's a matte pearl and a matte texture. You might think it's the garage lighting. Just pointing that out for future reference. Social Club RGB flip to Epsilon, two-tone added. Social Club RGB, Social Club RGB, Social Club RGB. All these texture flip two-tone added. Alright, next. Alright, this whole garage is LSC purchased colors. Okay? These on this row are metals. The first two are brushed gold, next is brushed aluminum, brushed black steel after, and black brushed steel after that on the end. These are all two-tone added also, but these were all texture flipped to matte. And they all have that new plate on them, just for fun. Right? No big deal. So these were the purchased metals on this row. I skipped over pure gold because I thought I did it, but I ended up doing two brushed golds at the end there. Oops. This is purchased LSC gasoline green, texture flipped to matte, two-tone added. This is purchased LSC pink, texture flipped to epsilon, two-tone added. This is purchased LSC pure gold, texture flipped to matte, two-tone added. And I want to say this is LSC pink purchased. However, I'm a little lost on that pink. Might go take it into the garage later and check. But this is purchased bright orange, texture flipped to matte, two-tone added. Again, there's a little bit of gloss, but that white pearl will look kind of glossy. Alright, next garage. This is an example of kind of how we started this video. These are all the pairs. One side I required one less Beff, and the other side required one more Beff. So this right side is the two tones, the extra Beff. This left side is the solid tone, one less Beff. We're going to start here with this worn texture. This is a Social Club RGB texture flipped to worn, two-tone added. Okay. As we do this other row here, I just want to point out the difference between matte and worn. Worn kind of relaxes the eyes as you walk by, and matte kind of sinks your eyes in to investigate more, requiring your eyes to work. You'll see that the matte kind of draws you in. What is that? What is that? It wants to investigate. This whole side, I think the pearl's white on everything. Wheels are white. Interiors are white. Yeah, there might be a brown interior. Texture flip to matte. That white pearl really looks glossy on there. It's really the pearl set, because the white pearl does make it look like a seashell. That's a pearl. You know, not the seashell, but the pearl from a clam. I like that. Anyway, that's the tour. If you guys saw anything that you like, go ahead and message me on JD or GloomOrDoom or Twitter. I'll try to get to you as soon as I can to pass you a few. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.